30 years since the band formed in England and went on to produce what's been described as the anthem of the 70s. Like others before them, they have reunited, and their new album, The Dance, is now in the top 10 in Australia. I think it's about number 3 today. Fleetwood Mac, the magic lives on. Nick McCallum has been given exclusive access to these reborn stars of the music world.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Take a seat. Mick.
Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
You only have to meet Lindsey Buckingham and Mick Fleetwood, and it's clear the old team is back and planning to have plenty of fun. The 5 members of the glory days of Fleetwood Mac reunited. Too old, too tired, not this lot.
There's a certain interaction that is sort of hard to understand. Just the forces that go in are not particularly logical, and yet it all sort of gels in some kind of mystical way.
The long and winding path to this reunion began last year when Lindsey was recording a solo album. He needed a drummer, so he invited Mick Fleetwood to come play. When he needed a bass player, along came John McVie. Christine McVie popped in to record backup vocals. They surprised themselves. They all got on well, so they contacted Stevie Nicks. And what do you know? The Mac was back.
I was never in doubt that it would work on a musical level. I think all of the ifs for me were more about how this thing was going to work in terms of the social interaction of it. Were these people going to fall back into old patterns?
And those old patterns are part of rock folklore. Fleetwood Mac's 1977 album Rumours sold 26 million copies worldwide. At the time, the highest-selling album ever. There were lots of hits, lots of money, lots of turmoil. The band's 2 couples, John and Christine McVie, and Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, were going through fierce, very public breakups. Mick Fleetwood too was separating from his wife, who wasn't in the band. Performing classic love songs on stage, band members could barely talk to each other off stage.
It was like being on a microphone 2 feet from someone, looking basically straight at them, and this is someone that you're finding it difficult to communicate with on an emotional level. And it's a drama. I mean, it's a full-life drama.
You were constantly trying to call up your better self to do what needed to be done in situations where, quite frankly, your lesser self did not maybe want to do that.
Now, so to escape it all, there were the drugs and booze.
But the whole situation that we were in was so, had such a pull on us that you were just hanging on, really. Like, you know, as it went up and down the old roller coaster in the fairground, you were sort of hanging on, going out here, and sometimes it would sort of go like this, and everyone would be in their seats for 5 minutes, and then someone would get flung out again, you know.
In many ways, that's what made us what we were. I mean, it is not what is fueling us at the moment, but at the time, it was the turmoil which made Rumours a phenomenon which went beyond the music itself and into the realm of kind of musical soap opera, which people related to so strongly.
It eventually all got too much, and Buckingham stormed out of Fleetwood Mac. The band limped on, dying a slow, painful death.
So don't stop thinking about tomorrow,
But as band members now sing in their classic Don't Stop, forget the past.
Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Gone.
This reunion is a celebration. They've finally resolved their personal differences. After almost 2 decades of bitterness, the former couple, Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks, have made their peace.
To be able to look at Stevie now and her to look at me in the eye and say, gee, these are these kids who came down from Northern California and tried to get something happening, and the fact that we can acknowledge that now and couldn't before, I think it is sweet.
You know, we've come back with our own lives amazingly intact.
Hold me until the sun comes up and you say that you love me.
That is what makes this thing so much more, you know, profound in a way, if that's not too heavy a word, is that we have come back minus the baggage and are able to not only acknowledge but really enjoy the chemistry that is Fleetwood Mac.